I enjoy watching football, but I do believe that it is a bit of a sissy sport. Welcome back to yet another episode of An Idiot's Guide to Sports, starring me and Glista. This is the Cinephile Maniacs cast, as you come to know us. And in this episode, we're gonna do the national sport of almost every European country, and that is football.
Yes, and we're gonna call it by its proper name, which is football. Sorry to all of you Americans, but football was invented like 400 BC in China, and American football, as you know it,
hand egg.
Yes, was the first game was played in 1869.
I believe that is how they resolved the Civil War in America, actually.
Yes, they played a game between the
North and the South.
The North and the South, the Nazis and the and the Americans. Yes. Okay, so the European Championships, which is a great thing in Europe. We don't care about the Olympics.
Love it.
The highlight of this year is actually the European Championships in football is coming up. Who do you think gonna win?
Sweden.
All right, I'll put all my money, which is not much, on Germany.
The Germans.
So we'll see who wins that. Let's award an extra point in the An Idiot's Guide for Sports for betting.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, so football. What do we think about football? What are your opinions on football?
I enjoy watching football, but I do believe that it is a bit of a sissy sport, because they've incorporated filming into it, so people pretend to get hurt.
You mean filming like in faking and exaggerating?
Yeah, they fake getting hurt, and they roll around in the mud pretending to cry and all this stuff, and I that's just boring to watch.
And it's a very, very big contrast to our favorite sport, which of course is
hockey.
Hockey, yes. Alright, so let's find out if it's a sissy sport. We're going to head over to the National Arena in Sundbyberg and find out how painful football really is. We've returned from the artificial grass at the National Stadium of Sundbyberg, and we tried to find out how painful football really is.
Yeah.
So what's the answer to that?
It wasn't painful at all. Not as painful as seeing a bad film, at least.
Yes, I will put 2 out of 5 on the pain scale. Maybe 1.5.
Yeah.
That was... So, it is a sissy sport.
It is.
It's still fun to watch sometimes. So, what's your favorite footballer of all time?
Favorite footballer of all time? I have to go with Neuer, the goalkeeper in the German national team. And I believe he plays in Bayern München.
Bayern München. The München. He drinks a lot of dark beer.
Yeah, what about you?
I will have to go with Paolo Di Canio.
No? Really?
The Lazio... well, he played for many club teams. And those of you who know Paolo Di Canio will know what I'm talking about. I love him. Another player, paradoxically enough, that I love is Pelé. And he stars, incidentally, in our movie for today.
He sure does.
Yes, and that is Escape to Victory, which features, amongst others...
Sylvester Stallone, of course, which is the big name, I believe, in this film. And Michael Caine, the British excellent actor, and the Swedish juggernaut, that is Max von Sydow.
Yes, I don't think it has been scientifically proven that he's from Sweden. He might as well be from Germany.
Yeah.
But being with the von and stuff like that, and playing an SS officer in this film. So we're going to watch that, and we'll be back in roughly 1 hour and 35 minutes. See you then.
In 1942, the Nazis thought they were sitting on top of the world, never suspecting that they could be toppled in one conflict, the most unusual battle of the war.
It has been decided that a German national team will play a combined team from the prisoners of war of the occupied territories.
That's crazy. And you ought to be exhibited in Paris like performing fleas?
A stacked game. The Third Reich's finest against a ragged bunch of prisoners of war. The Germans thought they had it made.
They couldn't run about for 90 minutes. They'd be chucking their guts up. This match is a propaganda stunt for the Germans. It's a wonderful opportunity for us.
The Allied High Command called them crazy, and maybe they were.
We want you to contact the resistance for us and arrange the escape of the football team.
I want to thank you all for your concern, but I'm really not planning on seeing Paris until after the war. Well, I'm an orphan, and anything I might say in my sleep to the contrary can't be held against me.
We don't want to be shot as a spy, do we?
No. I don't want to be shot as anything.
Wow, that was an epic display of 1918th Hollywoodism.
1918th.
I've invented 3 words now. 1918th Hollywoodnesses and Hollywoodism. So
there's 3 great words that are going to end up on the Urban Dictionary.
Yes.
Pretty soon, I believe.
I don't care. So this film, what's your opinion on it?
I thought it was pretty fun. I mean, I love period pieces in general. I like World War II films in general. But I have to say that I did some reading online, and apparently this is based on a real, pretty grim story where a Ukrainian team had to play against the Germans, I believe, and it ended up with all the Ukrainians getting executed. So it felt pretty grim, and I thought that would have been a much more interesting story to tell.
Yes, because this was not a grim movie. This was a cheerful movie with a happy ending,
like a feel-good thing.
Yes, yeah, it was a Thai movie with a happy ending.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things I did enjoy it though, because one of the things I did like was the parallel story with football and the propaganda war between the UK and the Germans.
Yeah, the propaganda bit was very well done, because all in all what this film comes down to is that it's a propaganda war. All in all, and this is, to my knowledge, one of the first real sports films where they have training montages and a team competing. I don't believe there's been any proper propaganda film previous to this one.
And one of my favorite things about this movie is about the participation of Carol Law. She was in Dusan Makaveyev's Sweet Movie from 1974, one of our favorite movies. Very surreal and bizarre. And she's beautiful, and even though she doesn't appear much, that's a great thing. And 25% of the runtime is actually a football game.
Yeah, the ending of it sort of spoils, but the whole ending of it is them playing football. The prisoners against German, the Nazi team,
the Wehrmacht
team, and you see Max von Sydow sitting there looking like this or like this.
Yes, and he's amazed by the
skills of Pele and Sylvester Stallone and
so
forth
there's
and so
an
on.
underlying barrier, frontier breaking Nazi liking the black people thing in it. Very, very innovative. Anyway, so what's your final verdict?
My final verdict is 3 out of 5. It was enjoyable, but nothing more than that. Enjoyable.
So let's do an all-in high five, all full force high five, because my grade is as well 3 out of 5.
Oh, okay. Fuck. I hate consensus.
Yes.
Consensus hurts. As you probably already know by now, the standing is 2-0, where I'm being down by 2 and Glista is being up by 2. So,
bowling and boxing.
Yeah, exactly. So now we're gonna head back down to the infamous arena, the infamous football arena in Sundbyberg, to determine which one of us that is the true champion of football.
See you there.
We've returned to the soccer pitch in an unnamed city of Sweden, and we're here to find out who's the best soccer player. So we're going to do this by penalty shot, but to make it a little bit more interesting for you, a lot more painful for us, the rules are slightly different. So Frey, will you take us through it?
Usually during penalties in football you're supposed to score goal in order to determine who's the winner, but we tried to change those rules a bit, so this time we're supposed to hit our opponent's body, the groin or the face, wherever, in order to hurt ourselves the most, for your entertainment and our entertainment.
Yes, like this.
Okay, so now you've seen that apparently I suck at soccer, football as well. So now we have 3 in a row. I suck at bowling, boxing and football.
Maybe we'll do chess next time, and you won't have a chance. Pokemon is not the sport. Okay, so if you enjoyed the show, and if you enjoy football, be sure to support us at Patreon. One of the most important things is actually subscribing to our channel. Now, we've come to terms with the fact that there are many people not living in the 21st century, knowing that you have the opportunity to actually create your profile on YouTube. And then you choose which channels you want to follow. And that will be the feed that you get, and you can watch all those programs. And it doesn't only have to be Cinephile Maniacs. It can be, the Dendryologist channel, the BBC channel, the whatever.
Oh, the Necrophile
So Maniacs. It's a new generation of TV, so to speak. So subscribe. It's not only words. It's not only words that we flaunt and say like subscribe, and you'll have this entertainment in your life.
Anyone with a Gmail account can subscribe. So do it.
Yes. And thank you for watching.
And the last one, I believe, would be Green Street Hooligans with Elijah Wood, The Hobbit. It's pretty good. I don't know. And then you have others. That's like Bend It Like Beckham, which I've never seen.
I've seen that one, and I'm not going to comment on it.
Okay.
I just want to say, I didn't forget, I hate Elijah Wood. So if you're watching, go fuck yourself.